For the first time since season number 3, here we are at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for race number 2 of season number 7 for the Miscraft Cup Series. 36 drivers line up the field for this 12-lap dash to the finish here at this 1.5-mile racetrack. And it's going to be one tricky one, that is for sure, under the lights here in Concord, North Carolina. And just a few weeks ago, back in Daytona, Justin Haley was able to take home the checkered flag after a close 3 wide bound of the line with Anthony Alfredo and Christopher Bell. And now we're going to come here to Charlotte Motor Speedway to see who can come home with the trophy. And Ryan Blaney starts on pole for the Coca-Cola 600 here today from Charlotte. He is already in a very good spot to go ahead and get himself the win if he can just stay in that top spot for the remainder of the 12 laps in this race. And of course, right beside him is the 24 of William Byron. He was the winner of the last Charlotte race back in season number 3, and he starts second here today. He's been very good on mile and a halves. He got the win at Darlington last season and Atlanta in season number 5, and here he is now starting up towards the front here in season number 7 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll see if he will be able to be a force to be reckoned with here in this race today. Of course, Justin Haley was your Daytona 500 winner. He starts right about mid-pack here today at 22nd, and that 77 car looking pretty good for the equipment he's got underneath the hood of that machine, but nonetheless, he will have some work to do, and same for a lot of guys. And let's go ahead and get the starting lineup for you here today. Of course, row number 1 is Ryan Blaney alongside William Byron. They have Kyle Busch and Chase Elliott, and Kyle Busch's brother Kurt and Kevin, then DiBenedetto and Denny Hamlin. Row number 5 is Alex Bowman and Brad Keselowski. Back behind them is Joey Logano and Chris Buescher, then Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Briscoe, and Larson. They have Ryan Newman, Stenhouse, Christopher Bell, and Eric Almirola. That'll round out your top 20, then Austin Dillon, and the Daytona winner Justin Haley. A few rows back here, you see some big names like Suarez and Eric Jones. How about Anthony Alfredo finishing second in Daytona? And then, of course, Ty Dillon, who led his first lap in Daytona in the last race, starts in the back of the field today. The cars roll off here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, getting ready to go green for 12 laps around this 1.5-mile racetrack, guys. I have repeated many times before today, but of course, 36 drivers are going to be on the running the Trinity States. And of course, with all that out of the way, here come the drivers off turn number 4. They're going to get on the loud pedal, and we're going to go racing here in Charlotte. Ryan Blaney and William Byron lead us to the green. And down into turn number 1, Ryan Blaney gets clear of William Byron. So does Kyle Busch. They're already 3 wide for third. And onto the back straightaway, Ryan Blaney's clear with the lead. They're side by side. DiBenedetto to the inside of William Byron. And they're going to try to work that out back into turn number 3. And it's already a 2 or 3 car length lead for Blaney. Off at turn number 4, he will lead lap number 1 of the day. And of course, Kyle Busch follows him. Then it's William Byron right behind them, 1, 2, and 3. And back down to turn 1. Here's the M&M's Toyota Camry trying to find his way to that number 12 car, using the middle lane right there in turns 1 and 2. He'll get a good run down the backstretch, and he'll start to close in, and he'll take the lead down into turn number 3. A pass for the point here in Charlotte, and Kyle Busch takes over the lead, and off turn 4, he'll rocket away, and already a car length lead for him. He leads lap number 2. And back down to turn number 1, it's Kyle Busch. Now here's Byron now, surprisingly making a very quick pass on Ryan Blaney, and capitalizing on his adversity here. And already Kevin Harvick to the inside of the 12 car looking for that position as well. It looks like he'll dive down into turn number 3 to get that position away right there. You see Blaney out trying to hug that outside wall to get a little bit more momentum and regain those positions. 3 laps down here in Charlotte, and here's Kyle Busch leading. How about Kurt Busch? He's in a battle with the 2 and the 21 cars a little bit further down the top 10 running order. And here's Keselowski. He's using the top side like Ryan Blaney is, but that's going to work for him. He gets the run off turn number 2, and he'll make the pass on Kurt Busch. Onto the front stretch, Kyle Busch continues to lead. William Byron trying to chase him down. Oh, trouble, turn number 4. Kurt Busch into the outside wall. A vicious hit and a big crash brings out the first caution of the race here in Charlotte. Kurt Busch hard into the outside retaining wall and comes to a rest right at the entrance to pit lane. Just about hit the entrance to the the wall on the outside of the pit lane right there. And man, let's see how this happened. This was a very quick incident right here. It looks like he is on the inside of Denny Hamlin, and oh man, he washes up off the corner and makes contact with the 11 car, and it looks like he slams up into the outside wall. You see right here, the back end steps out, and then he comes up into the 11 car. Look at the close call by Brad Keselowski to avoid the number 1 car. Let's see it one more time here. Oh man, nothing Denny Hamlin could do. The one slid up the track and got hooked on him. And what a hard hit to the outside wall for Kurt Busch. He is the first exit of the day here in Charlotte. And for the third time this season, we're going to have the choose cone, or the choose rule, come into play here. And you see a lot of guys taking inside and out. This will definitely play a big hand in where these guys will restart and how the restart will go. And of course, William Byron, he's on the outside lane for the second restart of this race. And here we come, back to the green flag on lap number 7. And William Byron gets a better jump than Kyle Busch. Here comes Harvick 3 wide with Hamlin, splitting the 18 machine in turns 1 and 2. And off of turn number 2, William Byron leads Kevin Harvick and Hamlin. Here's a side-by-side battle for third, and it's Keselowski to the inside of the 11 of Denny Hamlin, and he'll take that position away, entering turn number 3. And off turn number 4 comes William Byron to lead lap number 7 of the race here today in Charlotte. And there's something wrong with the 24. He's up in smoke and down on the inside of the racetrack, and the yellow flag's back out, and William Byron comes to a halt in turn number 2. The car went up in smoke, some sort of mechanical failure underneath the hood of that machine. Something flew out heading into turn number 1, and the yellow flag is out, and William Byron is out of this race as well. Oh man, you can see something flying out from underneath the car after exiting the tri-oval there. And man, what was that? It looks like something, maybe a track bar mount or something like that. Some flying out from underneath the car. And you see Kevin Harvick taking evasive maneuvers right away as soon as the smoke came billowing out of the back end of the 24 machine. And man, up in smoke goes the hopes of winning in Charlotte again for William Byron. And because of this, it looks like there's speedy dry being laid down on the racetrack here today in Charlotte. And William Byron is out of this race along with Kurt Busch. And that'll set up another restart here in Charlotte. 3 laps will remain. And here's how they'll line up. Harvick inside, Keselowski out. And a couple cars take to the inside and then pretty much split after that. And we will have the 3 laps to go on this restart. Harvick will lead. Brad Keselowski will be to his outside off turn number 4. Green flag is in the air, and back down to the speedy dry of turn number 1 comes Kevin Harvick, and the speedy dry flies up in the air, and they're sliding all over the place. Hamlin slid back just a little bit, and Harvick leads down the back straightaway. Here comes Keselowski, though, going to try to get a full head of steam back to turn number 3, and he's going to try that outside lane as they're side by side for third, Hamlin and Busch. And off at turn number 4, here they come. 2 laps to go in Charlotte. Harvick leads, Keselowski second. He's looking for his first ever Miscraft Cup Series win. Back into turn number 1, they are side by side for the lead. The rocket off turn number 2 with Keselowski going to the run on the outside. A little bit of side draft keeps them even back to turn number 3, and Harvick out front, but Keselowski with the outside lane run. Harvick gets loose off the inside of Keselowski, and off at turn 4, white flag flies. Keselowski leads with just 1 lap to go here in Charlotte, looking for his first ever checkered flag. He's battled through adversity, been so close so many times, and leading Kevin Harvick and Denny Hamlin back to turn 3 is Brad Keselowski. And he'll paint that white and blue lane on the inside lane. Here they come, up off turn number 4. Brad Keselowski wins for the first time in the Nascar Miscraft Cup Series. And what a day to get it for Brad Keselowski. Let's see how it happened. Heading down to turn number 1, you see Harvick dive to the inside just like he always does. But Brad Keselowski was using the high lane almost all race long, perfected it. Coming down to the end of this race, side by side, entering turn 3, coming around to the white flag, right on the door of Harvick, got him loose, and that allowed the 2 to pull away and come off turn number 4, a victor in the NASCAR Miscraft Cup Series. And on the front stretch, the 2 of Brad Keselowski will burn it down with the American flag in the window net. And what a performance from Brad Keselowski to come home the winner in the Coca-Cola 600. And 7 seasons in the making is this first ever Miscraft Cup Series win. And Harvick will come up oh so close in second. And of course, Denny Hamlin will come up in third. What a surprise run from Tyler Reddick to come up into 4th. And Kyle Busch rounds out 5th. Your pole sitter Blaney comes home 6th. And how about some of these guys back here that were having good days in Daytona, like Justin Haley and Anthony Alfredo. Meyer back behind 15th place, and a lot of these guys not having much momentum to their season, like Ross Chastain and even Austin Dillon. Of course, William Byron and Kurt Busch were the 2 DNFs in this race, and they will finish 35th and 36th. And here are the point standings after Charlotte. Brad Keselowski comes out on top with a victory here today, and Kevin Harvick will come home second in points, and Miss Reddick and Haley still holding on to a top 5 points position. And a lot of guys who were involved in wrecks early in Daytona still starting to pick up some points here, like Denny Hamlin and a couple other guys such as the 23 Bubba Wallace as well. And Kyle Larson as well. A lot of good names are still mired back in the field here today, such as Kurt Busch as well. But that'll do it here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway for race 1 of this racetrack. The next up will be the Roval from the same exact venue. We'll be right back here for race number 3, and we'll see you guys once again for the Roval.